Like Kyle says, there's something happening here. I just did one of these, and I couldn't find it. We had a little technical difficulties that were really strange. I was trying to show some things, take pictures, you might say. If I was going to do it here, like the holes in the where the wall and the ceiling meet right above our toilet, or every so often something, the water just rains down from there. Man, the maintenance guy, he said, "Oh, it's upstairs overflowing." Well, upstairs said they never had a problem, so maybe it's overflowing from one of the other apartments or various other apartments. But at any rate, it's been there since my lady was thrown in here, and it's still there now. And he refused to fix it, even though he's seen it. And I mean, I think that alone makes it uninhabitable. But we got a lot of, excuse me, kind of ear kind of plugging up there for a moment. At any rate, we had a bunch of property stolen by management today. They tried yesterday. I told them anything got touched, I was going to call 911. And today, they called and apparently lied to the police, and because the police officer came and he wasn't going to listen to anything I had to say. He ignored all my rights. He ignored my lady's rights. He wanted to hear from her. Well, technically, I am in charge of her well-being. I made an agreement with the hospital to stay home 24/7 to take care of her. And that was the only way they were going to release her to come home. And that's all she wanted to do. So that there, does entitle me to a fair few rights more than the average person in that scenario, at any rate. He's going, oh, it ain't a medical thing. I said, hey, it's a mental health thing. And having all her stuff taken, say, baby, were you aware that everything out there was going to be taken, even the stuff you didn't want gone?
Not the plants. I don't want them taken.
Well, what about your chair?
Yeah, I want to keep the chair.
Yeah, you wanted to keep the chair, right?
That's
And
right.
maybe that little table next to it, and my chair, you sit next to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's about it.
But you weren't able to tell the police that, were you?
It's too crowded out there, Mike.
You did, yeah, I know. You didn't want to speak your mind and all that, and that's why I speak for you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I think that bears out. Now I'm hoping. Oh, it says end stream. I've been hacked again. Oh, wait, no, maybe that's for me. Ooh. Well, I think I've actually been hacked. I got things going on that are really weird. That last video where I had pictures of the stuff, I couldn't find it. I finished it. I was on, I could see myself and everything. I was on the whole time. Couldn't find it. Don't know where it went. Don't know what happened. Maybe it's blocked the whole time. Maybe this one will be blocked. I don't know. But we're going to keep trying. Keep on trying. But anyways, yeah. Our legal rights today were just ignored. That's all I can say. I mean, all of us, including you out there, have had legal rights stripped away from us. First, maybe little by little, but God, it's gotten to the point they just flat ignore your rights. And I'm going to try and make this as short as possible. I can go into quite depth and spend quite a long time talking about everything. But at any rate, despite all the laws that are currently right now on my side, they are just being ignored to the point that now management has stolen our property. They refuse to listen. The police officer refused to listen. I called 911. I told them right away when they're there that I was going to call 911. And I asked for state police. And so, well, it's not state police jurisdiction. Wait, my state rights are being broken. That should entitle me to have a state police officer come out here. Because I believe any state right, well, state police would have jurisdiction. But 911 tell me, no, I can get you a sergeant. Okay, fine, give me the sergeant, And, well, basically they said that they would send a sergeant out. So I told the officer, hey, you need to wait till your sergeant gets here. Yeah, I just called 911 and they said the sergeant was going to come out. And basically he just kind of laughingly said, oh, it's my sergeant's day off. Yeah. Well, then he should have waited till tomorrow and told the people to wait till tomorrow. But he just let them steal my stuff. With the police's help, steal my stuff. I told him there was no legal reason they had to do what they're doing. But he ignored that. Oh, you know what he said? He said, you produce a lawyer right now. You're going to produce a lawyer right. Even if you got a lawyer, how are you going to produce him right now? Because he wasn't going to stop him. Even if you had a lawyer to call and could get here, how long would it take him to get here from where he's at? They're long gone. They're long gone. I'm thinking I should call 911 again and fill out a, what would it be? A robbery report? Not robbery, I guess. Well, it's still theft of property. Theft of property. And, but when I ask, I'm going to have to tell them, hey, do not send such and such. But I don't know. Maybe they'll send one of the idiots that came the first time. So I don't know. I really don't know. I'll call the county. I have no idea. No idea at all. But at any rate, we're not just talking about my rights or my lady's rights. We're talking about everybody's rights. Because I can prove to you already you've all lost certain rights that you should never have lost to begin with. And now we're in a situation where, the officer told them, start eviction proceedings today. But again, he's ignoring my rights. And anyways, I feel that assuming that the judge at the eviction hearing is an honest person, that I'll have a good outcome. Of course, I thought that at Linwood too. But, from previous videos, what's going on there. And, technically, Mount Lake Terrace was part of that. Because they did make several of the arrests. False arrests. Because they never even bothered to even compare the name on the no contact order with my lady's name, which didn't match. So, technically, every contact, just about, except maybe walking down the street and maybe I find something that maybe I should hand to the police. Like I find those needles laying around a lot. I've handed a few of those off to a police officer because they were what I came across before I could find a garbage can or some receptacle to put it in, then put it in the garbage can. I prefer to do that. I worry about someone grabbing a bag and oh, needle, So, but every other contact with the Mount Lake Terrace Police has been either a false arrest or like the first time I called for help. I'm sorry. I'm a little frazzled today. I keep forgetting I got to look up here. So, anyways, the first time I called them recently, they just totally dropped the ball to the point that they allowed something to continue that continued to damage my lady even more. I mean, she was in such a frazzled state. 1 week, she had about 4 seizures in 1 week, all due to her, well, I won't say who, but some browbeating by someone that never, ever should have been doing it. And I was sitting there telling her at the time he was doing it that you're damaging her. You're going to end up killing her. because she's at high risk of having seizures that won't stop, which will kill her. I don't know why I keep looking at myself. I should be looking at you. I'm just frazzled today. I really am. It's everything's just gone totally insane. I mean, all of our rights were just absolutely ignored today, and we probably had several rights that were broken. So I'm trying to end this real quick, and let me say this: protect your rights. Do get out and vote, because our voices can be heard by the vote. And if everybody got out and voted, and not just stayed home because they didn't think it was worth it, believe me, it is worth it. I can guarantee you it is. I can even explain how, but I ain't going to take time now. So just remember, if you want to keep your rights that you have in this country, supposedly you're supposed to have in this country, because right now it's become a dictatorship. When your rights get ignored, it's a dictatorship. And there's nothing less than that. If one part of the country is doing it, you can bet there's probably a lot of the parts of the country that are doing it. I can't believe we're the only ones this is happening to. It would be unfathomable to even think that we could be the only one that has their rights being ignored. No, that's not. So, gosh, I don't know. I feel like I'm repeating myself, but I just can't say it enough. Protect your rights. There I go. I'm not looking at the camera again, am I? Oh boy, I'm sorry. I'm just really frazzled today. Upset, mad. Oh, at one point, he comes in here to hear it from my lady. He's hearing it from me. I have, agreement with the hospital to be in charge of her well-being. So he should be listening to me. That alone is state law. And I'm pretty sure that, he's going to find out. But hey, start calling your representatives, state level, country level, whatever level, in any way, shape, or form. And wow, there's not a little light come on there. How interesting. You ever notice your screen got little pinholes in it? You got little lights behind them? Who's watching you? Think about it. I know mine does. I can point out quite a few. I play this one game, and it matches up the rise. How about that? Think about that for a moment. So, anyways, another dull kind of, what is it? Maybe that's just staying there. Who knows? Makes me think. There's too much weird stuff going on right now it really makes you wonder. How much control does the government actually have over you? You might be surprised. All right. I'll end it right now. I'll try and get back to you sooner. I know it's been a while since I've been on this thing, but a lot's been going on. And I wish I could show you, but for some reason I can't quite get out that door with this thing, and I have in the past. Not a problem. All of a sudden now I have a problem. Strange. Trying to get this word out, and boy, you're finding ways to blocking it. Well, I hope this was on. Let's go see. Where did I shut this off? Oh, down here. Okay. And I hope you got a future Merry Christmas.